Hello everyone, welcome to Anantha Padmanabha temple, Kudupu. This is like 10 kilometers away from Mangalore, and this temple is known for its Naga Vana. That is, there is a huge Naga Vana behind the temple where a lot of homas take place, that is yajnas, fire rituals to get rid of Nagadosha. This temple is also called the Naga Kshetra of the coastal Karnataka. This temple has one of the most powerful ponds called as Bhadra Saraswati Theertha. It's one of the most powerful ponds which has the history of 2000 years of blessing people. This pond is the reason why this temple became so powerful, and you can see there is Adishesha Mantapa also on the shrine. The story of the pond goes 2000 years ago when a Brahmin named Kedar was a devoted bhakta of Subrahmanya. But the problem was he didn't have children. That is, his wife would always tell that she needs a child. But Kedar's focus was mainly towards moksha, but because of this lack of children, he was stuck in this Burloka. And then what happened was, he started finding Rishi Muni, who have done a lot of tapas so that they can bless him with children. So he started going to the forest of this Dakshina Kannada area. He found a pond called as Bhadra Saraswati Theertha. Here what happened was, there was a Rishi Muni named Shringa Rishi who was meditating, and he opened his eyes by seeing the plight of Kedar. Kedar requested the Rishi Muni asking for help because he was not getting children. So the Rishi Muni Shringa, he told that only by tapas of Kartikeya Subrahmanya he can get children. So that's why what Kedar did was, he sat exactly on the banks of the pond Bhadra Saraswati Theertha, and he meditated upon Subrahmanya for thousands of years. And this meditation was so intense that the whole area started heating up. So the Bhurloka heated, the Bhuvaloka heated, Swargaloka until Vaikunta Loka, all the lokas started heating up because of the tapas the Brahmin Kedar was doing. And this Brahmin was so determined to get a child that the entire lokas were getting heated up. Brahma went to Mahavishnu. He told Mahavishnu that there is a Brahmin named Kedar who is meditating a lot on Subrahmanya. All the lokas are heating up. So what is the solution of this? So Mahavishnu went to Subrahmanya himself, and Mahavishnu asked Subrahmanya, why are you not granting Kedar's wish? So Subrahmanya told Mahavishnu that Kedar is more leaning towards moksha or samadhi rather than children, and that's why I didn't appear in front of him. So that's why Mahavishnu requests Subrahmanya to grant his wishes, but in a divine way. So what they planned was, Mahavishnu, Subrahmanya and Mahavishnu's serpent, that is Adishesha, they manifested as children of Kedar. So that was the magical turning point of this story. Since Kedar's destiny was leaning towards moksha, Vishnu, Subrahmanya and Adishesha themselves manifested as children of Kedar. So Subrahmanya blessed Kedar with 3 children, but not in an ordinary way. So after few months, Kedar's wife got pregnant, but instead of delivering babies, she delivered 3 eggs. These 3 eggs were a surprise to Kedar. Kedar was thinking, Subrahmanya blessed me with children, but why my wife has delivered eggs? He was confused. And that's why Mahavishnu appeared in his dream and told that those 3 eggs are none other than Mahavishnu, Adishesha and Subrahmanya themselves, because he didn't have any karma related to a child, and that's why they themselves manifested as his children, but in the form of eggs, serpent eggs. Kedar asked his guru, Shringa Rishi, what to do with these 3 eggs. And Rishi Shringa advised him to place the 3 eggs near the Bhadra Saraswati Theertha and worship it as per Skanda Agama. After few years, when Kedar was leaning towards moksha, these 3 eggs started getting creepers, wild creepers. And before Kedar's samadhi or transcendence, what he did was, he kept these 3 eggs in a basket made of wild creepers. And that's why this place got named as Kudupu, because the local name for a basket made of wild creepers is Kudupu. Here you can see that inside the temple Garbha Gudi, there are these 3 eggs which are covered by an anthill named Valmika, which got formed around the wild creepers. And this place got so powerful that even kings used to come to get the blessing of Anantha Padmanabha, Subrahmanya and Adishesha. As we were speaking about this story of Kedar, a white fish came here to listen to this story. There might be some spiritual significance to this white fish. This white fish doesn't look like a normal fish. It seems very divine and magical. Now we are standing in front of the temple sanctum, and here the interesting story is that there is no mugilu. That is, the ornamental structure above the temple is not there. So there is a deeper story for this, and this dates back to thousands of years ago when there was a king named Shurasena. This story happened after Kedar's transcendence. The three eggs were worshipped for thousands of years. A king named Shurasena, he visited this temple because he had committed a grave sin. That is, unknowingly, he touched a woman who was not his wife, and to repent for this mistake, he went to Rishimunis, Vedic scholars, asking, what should I do to repent for this mistake? So the Rishimuni advised the king that he has to cut off his own hands. This was a very brutal punishment for the king's sin. And the king, to repent for his mistake, he cut off his own hands and he installed 2 golden hands for himself. But there was still pain of that losing his 2 original arms. So that's why the Rishimunis told that he has to do a tapas near the Bhadra Saraswati Theertha, which is this pond. And he started doing the tapas like how Kedar did. And during his tapas, Mahavishnu appeared in front of King Shurasena, and he advised Shurasena to create 4 walls above the anthill Valmika, because the 3 eggs which had formed wild creepers and anthill, it didn't have protection. That's why Mahavishnu advised him to create walls and a beautiful temple for these 3 eggs. And that is why King Shurasena started the construction of the temple. The condition put by Mahavishnu was that he has to do it within 1 day. So that's why King Shurasena started it. But before finishing the Mugilu, that is the top part of the temple, Mahavishnu advised him to stop. There was no reason why, but the temple construction got stopped when it reached the Mugilu. That's why still here, the Mugilu part of the temple, the top ornamental structure, is not there when compared to other temples in Dakshina Kannada. And this temple has many Daivas also. Daivas like Jarandaya, which I am going to show right now. Now we have come to the Daivasthana. Here is the place where the local culture of Daiva gets blended with the Devatas, that is Subrahmanya Aradhane, Vishnu Aradhane. So this Daiva is called as Jarandaya Daiva, and this Daiva is known to protect the temple corridors royally because he was also a prince, and that's why this Daiva comes under the category of Rajan Daiva. Rajan Daiva means royal protector. He protects the temple corridors from any kind of attacks or adharma or any kind of legal issues. This Daiva ensures that the temple doesn't get disturbed, because the puja, aradhane of Subrahmanya, Adishesha, Mahavishnu requires complete focus by the priest. The priest's focus must not go on the land matters, legal issues, and that's why this Daiva exists to get rid of all kinds of legal matters about the temple. Now we will go into the temple entrance of Anantha Padmanabha. Now we are standing in front of the temple entrance. So this is the temple entrance, and there is a huge anthill here. You can see that the entrance itself has the anthill. This is not the anthill of the 3 eggs, Valmika. This is a temple entrance anthill. Also you can see that in this anthill there is a snake-like structure. Now we will look into the corridors of the temple. Here you can see that on the left side of Anantha Padmanabha there is Navagrahas. Before we go to the Navagraha, you can see there is a small swing-like structure. This is called as Vasanta Mantapa, and here is where the deity sits during the festivals. Since this place gets a lot of heat during the summer, this dog is sleeping here. But there might be some karmic link of the dog's soul with Anantha Padmanabha. Here you can see that there is Navagrahas, that is Surya, Chandra, Rahu, Ketu, Buddha, Shukra, Guru, Shani. 9 celestial bodies of the solar system. Now we will take a round around this 9 celestial bodies. Because Surya is related to leadership, Chandra is related to emotions, Buddha is related to intellect, Shukra is related to femininity, and Rahu is related to illusions, and Ketu is related to Vairagya. Guru is related to wisdom, Shani is related to karma. So all these celestial bodies control our electromagnetism on planet Earth. So all the beings on the planet gets influenced by these celestial bodies, and that's why we have to revolve around it and do namaskara, because they are the reason we have all these drama in this Burloka. Om Ram Reem Rom Sah Suryaya Namaha. Om Shram Shrim Shrom Sah Chandraya Namaha. Om Gram Grim Grom Sah Gurave Namaha. Om Pram Preem Prom Sah Shaneshwaraya Namaha. Om Kram Krim Krom Sah Bhaumaya Namaha. Om Bram Brim Brom Sah Budaya Namaha. Om Dram Drim Drom Sah Shukraya Namaha. Om Bram Brim Brom Sah Rahave Namaha. Om Stram Srim Som Sah Ketave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Manjunataya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Surya Narayanaya. Now we will go towards the Ayyappa Swamy Gudi, which is on the right side of Anantha Padmanabha. On the right side of Anantha Padmanabha temple also there is Vasanta Mantapa, where the Utsav Murti of the deity sits during the festivals. Swamiye Sharanam Ayyappa, Swamiye Sharanam Ayyappa, Swamiye Sharanam Ayyappa, Swamiye Sharanam Ayyappa, Swamiye Sharanam Ayyappa. Since Mohini was so beautiful that even Lord Shiva got seduced, and one of his sperm fell and Ayyappa Swamy was born. Same story goes with Jarandaya Daiva also. Shiva, during his tapas, was disturbed by the lower loka entities like Rakshasas, Asuras, and that's why he threw his jata on one of the Asura. This strand of his jata hair fell as Veerabhadra, and this Veerabhadra got named in Tulunadu as Jarandaya Daiva. Now we will go towards the Naga Vana, where the Nagaraja, that is Vasuki, resides. In this Naga Vana, there are more than 300 Naga idols kept. And in the middle, there is Subrahmanya, Adishesha and Mahavishnu. There is also Vasuki, the Nagaraja, the Serpent King. So there is a story behind Vasuki and Subrahmanya also. Vasuki was known to be the head of the lower lokas, the Serpent King. And that's why a lot of Garudas were disturbing Vasuki. He was on threat. That's why Vasuki, he prayed to Lord Subrahmanya to protect him. And that's why Lord Subrahmanya still protects wherever Vasuki exists. You can see in Manjeshwar also, Vasuki is being protected by Subrahmanya. And this temple also, Vasuki is being protected by Subrahmanya. So wherever Vasuki is there, there Subrahmanya will also be there to protect him from the Garudas. Now we are standing in front of the Naga Vana. Here in Naga Vana, there are more than 300 idols of Nagas, and in the middle there is Subrahmanya, Adishesha and Mahavishnu also. This kshetra is known to cure you from any kind of Nagadosha. This is also called as Naga Kshetra, and lot of homas take place like Ashlesha Bali, Kshirabhisheka. Kshirabhisheka means milk abhisheka, Panchamrita abhisheka, all the Pancha Amritas like curd, milk, honey, jaggery and ghee. So all kinds of abhisheka take place, and lots of pujas, yajnas, fire rituals take place here to remove any kind of dosha. So if you have any kind of dosha in your chart, like Naga dosha or any doshas related to Ashlesha Nakshatra, then you can come here. Here also there is puja during Ashlesha Nakshatra days called as Ashlesha Bali. And this place is known to cure even diseases and skin related issues, especially the Bhadra Saraswati Theertha, because that pond is where Kedar meditated and lot of tapas energy is there in that Theertha. So this Bhadra Saraswati Theertha is known to cure all kinds of skin related issues and any doshas that you have. So now let us do the Prokshane of this Theertha on our body. Om Apo Hishtamayo Bhuvastana Urje Dadatana Maheranaya Chakshase Yo Shivatamorastasya Bhajayate Hanaha Ushatiri Vimataraha तस्मा अरङ्गमामो यशक्षया यजिन्मता आपोजनयता च नः सूर्यश्च मामन्युश्च मन्युपतेश्च मन्युकृतेभ्यः पापेभ्यो रक्षन्तां यत्र यत्र पापमकार्षं मनसा वाचः हस्ताभ्यां पद्भ्याम् उदरेण शिश्ना रात्रिस्तदवलं पति यत्किञ्च दुरितं मयि इदमहं माममृतयोनो सूर्ये ज्योतिषी जुहोमि स्वाहा ओम भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ओम भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् When I was doing the Surya Arghya, a tortoise came near the surface. The eyes of the tortoise looks very magical, and I don't feel the animals in these pond is ordinary. And there is a fish also, a golden fish, very unique to this pond. But whenever doing mantras, they come near the surface. It looks like Kurma avatar of Vishnu. This looks like the Matsya avatar. Finally, we are near the Garbhagudi, and I am standing in front of the Garuda Stambha. So you can see that here there is a structure of Garuda, and Garuda Stambha is usually placed in front of Vishnu temple. Since it is Anantha Padmanabha temple, Garuda Stambha is there. And near the Garbhagriha, there is an anthill which is covering the Kudupu. Kudupu meaning the forest creepers which are protecting the eggs. And in the middle of the temple, there is the murti of Subrahmanya, Vishnu and Mahashesha. And this temple has a very calm ambience. Whenever we enter this temple, I feel very calm, as if all thoughts are removed, all thoughts are nullified. And this Bhadra Saraswati Theertha is known to cure any kind of impotence. If any couple are having the problem of fertility or no progeny, then they come to this temple to ask Subrahmanya the blessings of progeny. After Ashlesha Bali or Shirabhisheka Puja, the women become more fertile, the men become more potent, the sperm count and the mobility of the sperm increases, due to which couples get blessed with lot of children. It is the three forms of Naga, one in the Vishnu form, one in Subrahmanya and one in Adishesha. All the three main Nagas, I feel like they represent the Kundalini. They also represent the sperm. If you see the structure of a sperm, it is like a Naga. That is why the Brahmin Kedar meditated here for thousands of years, and his tapas energy is so powerful that the whole area got heated up. That heat you can still feel right now also. Behind the temples there is Sri Devi Ammanavaru, that is Mahalakshmi, and on the right side of the Garbhagudi there is Ganapati also. When I sat here for meditation, I felt very much in peace with myself. I usually don't feel comfortable about my own skin, but when I sat in this temple, I felt so comfortable, like a Adishesha who is protecting me, keeping me warm. That is a warmth given by a serpent. That too, a serpent king like Adishesha. So do visit this temple, which is in the Kudupu area near Mangalore. I feel very blessed to come here to this temple, which has the history of almost 2000 years. So I hope this video has brought some light to your consciousness. Thanks for watching, and we'll meet in the next video. Jai Mahakal.